Hello class 9. In this video I will discuss or I will continue the lesson poverty from economics. It was told to you that what is the meaning of poverty, what are the dimensions of poverty, and what is the social inclusion of poverty, and what is the meaning of vulnerability in poverty. Now I will discuss the poverty line. What is the meaning of poverty line and what is the use of poverty line? It is the very important question to understand about the poverty line or to understand the sense of poverty. Actually, the term poverty line is used to measure poverty. When we discuss that who is poor, then it is also very essential that if we want to understand who is poor, it is very essential that how we can measure that he or she is poor or not. And for that we discuss the poverty line. So here I have written on this whiteboard, it is an imaginary line to understand that who are able to fulfill their basic needs of life. So the person, those who are able to fulfill his or her basic need of life is observed that he or she is not poor. And if a person, maybe he or she is not able to fulfill his or her basic needs of life, that means he or she is poor. So here what is the meaning of basic needs? The basic needs are related with the income or consumption level. Whatever, you know very well, whatever we earn, that will make us able to consume. Means whatever we get or whatever we earn, what is our income, our consumption is based on our income. That is why it is very essential to understand about the poverty line. So the poverty line is basically related with our consumption, and our consumption is related with our income or our earning. So in our country India, the poverty will be measured by an imaginary line known as poverty line, and this particular poverty line or the measurement of poverty which is based on poverty line is related with the calorie which is required in our daily needs or in our daily food. You know very well the person, those who are living in the urban area, and the person, those who is living in the rural area. So the person who is living in the urban area, he or she needs not much more calorie in his or her food than the person, those who are living in the rural area. That is why our government had decided that if a person is taking how much 2400 calorie in his food or her food daily, then he or she is not observed as poor. And in urban area, if a person is getting in his or her food 2100 calorie in his or her food, that particular person is not observed as a poor person. If he or she in urban area as well as in rural area is not getting these mentioned calorie in his or her food respectively, then what will happen? Then that particular person related to urban and rural area will be observed as poor, and according to that we measure the poverty line. I hope all of you understood. After the poverty line, I am coming to the causes of poverty. At least in India, what are the causes, what are the reason of poverty? The first reason, I am going to the historical background of our India, the policies of the colonial government. The colonial government is related with the British government, and you know very well that near about 200 years the Britishers occupied India, and their policies were not good for the Indian economy, and that is why it was the main reason for the backwardness of our Indian economy. Second one, low growth, low job opportunity, high population. These three were much more responsible for the causes of poverty. High population, low job opportunity means unemployment, and low growth of our Indian economy were the important reason to understand about the causes of poverty. The third point, effect of green revolution and irrigation. were limited to some parts of India. This is under, we can understand that Green Revolution and the setup of or the establishment of various multi-purpose projects in our India were very important for the growth of agriculture and economy, but it is also very we can understand that the effect of Green Revolution and the irrigation was not spread everywhere in the every part of India. After then we can see the backwardness in agriculture. You may see that Indian economy is based on agriculture, but the Indian economy is not 100% based on the modern way of agriculture. After then we can see the industries were unable to provide enough job. You know very well that industries are set up in our country, but these industries are not able to provide the job to all. That is why these all reasons are counted as the causes of poverty. So here in this particular chapter, it was discussed what is poverty. It was also discussed the social inclusion and vulnerable of poverty. After that, it was also told what are the identification to understand that a person who is poor or not. And after that, I have discussed to you the poverty line, the causes of poverty. So it is very essential to remove poverty. Why? Because poverty is observed as a challenge in our Indian economy and it should be removed. And for that, our government of India has started or given lots of schemes to remove poverty, and which is known as the anti-poverty measure. So first, very important, the anti-poverty measure is known as the promotion of economic growth. My dear student, the economic growth will be promoted how? When we give more and more importance for the development of human resource in our country. And this particular development will be based on how? First of all, by education, by providing a job, especially the job as well as the education for the girl in our country, or to stop the child labor. After then, you will see the targeted anti-poverty program our government has started to target how to remove poverty, and for that our government has started so many schemes. The first of all, it is very important, NREGA, NREGA, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, but at present it is known as the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and it was started or implemented in 2005. According to this act, our government has decided that 100 days job will be given in the rural area, and one-third seats are reserved for the women according to NREGA. After then, various programs are related with this particular targeted anti-poverty program. Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, Swर्ण Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana, Antyodaya Ann Yojana. No doubt, these all schemes are the positive steps to remove the poverty. But very well, everything is good. And if these all schemes are also good, but it is also very important that these schemes will be implemented. If these schemes will be implemented in the right manner, then the result of anti-poverty measures will also come in a proper way. That is why it is very essential that if we want to remove poverty, then whatever schemes are provided by the government of India, it should be implemented in a proper way. Then we can think and we can understand about the anti-poverty measures. So now through this class, now the lesson poverty as a challenge is over. I hope you understood. Thank you very much.